Well, it's been 2 years since Lauren Spierer vanished during a night out with fellow students at Indiana University. On the second anniversary of her disappearance, the case remains a mystery. Fox News spoke to her parents in an exclusive interview. Cristina Corbin has the story.
We just want to thank all of our friends and family who donated.
2 years have passed since Lauren Spierer's parents, Rob and Charlene, last heard their daughter's voice or enjoyed her smile.
Lauren was like a very outgoing child. She loved to pretend. She loved to use different accents.
The 20-year-old Indiana University sophomore disappeared June 3, 2011 after a night out with friends and fellow students.
Some days you kind of think you're making it through that day and then something will happen, or which kind of brings it all back.
No arrests, no suspects named. Police say they, quote, continue to pursue all avenues in this investigation. Mike Harkins retired from the FBI in 2012. His 22-year career focused on finding the missing.
You have to be open to all theories here. I think you go where the evidence takes you.
Why don't we split up 3 and 3?
The main theories of Lauren's disappearance are simple. Was she taken by a stranger, or were the students last seen with her involved? Fellow students Corey Rossman, Mike Beth, and Jay Rosenbaum are among the last people to see Lauren alive. They have not been named suspects and maintain their innocence. Rossman claims he remembers little of what happened that night, but he did spend time with Lauren. According to witnesses, Lauren and Rossman walked from a popular bar to her apartment at 2:30 a.m. Just 12 minutes later, the two left after Rossman was punched by another student. Witnesses also say Rossman was helping Lauren walk. It's not clear how drunk she may have been, or if she had taken drugs, or been slipped something without her knowledge. Later, Lauren is seen on surveillance video at roughly 3 a.m. According to Rossman and Beth, she ended up in the apartment the men shared. They claim they tried to get her to stay and sleep on the couch, but she refused. At about 4:30 a.m., Rosenbaum, who lived in an apartment down the hall, says he watched Lauren, barefoot and without her cell phone, walking home alone. Her apartment was 6 minutes away.
I have my doubts.
Rob and Charlene Spierer aren't convinced Lauren ever left the apartment building.
She was barely able to make it to Corey's apartment without his physical help. So for her to recover in such a short period of time, call it an hour or more, doesn't make sense to me.
I know for a fact that the police would like to speak with these young men and that they continue to refuse to speak with the Bloomington Police Department.
Rossman and Rosenbaum declined our requests for an interview. Beth could not be reached.
Someone knows what happened here. Someone has that information out there, and they need to come forward.
If it's true that Lauren walked home alone in the dark, did that make her the perfect target for a predator?
Obviously, her petite size, her condition she was in, would have made an easy target for someone looking to commit that type of a crime, no question. It could have happened in this instance, but overall they are rare.
The rarity of stranger abductions and the apparent lack of evidence suggesting foul play at any of the places Lauren was that evening make this a complex case.
It's difficult to dispose of a body like that and then have it not come back or be traced back to the individuals. That is difficult, clearly. So, yeah, you've got to wonder, what happened there.
Any information, however small it may seem, could break this case. The Bloomington Police Department tip line is 812-339-4477, and their email is policetips@bloomington.in.gov.
I can hear her voice. And she's just such a loving girl.
In New York, Cristina Corbin, Fox News.